I thought in today's video I would show you a technique that you can use with Google Maps, Google Earth Pro I should say, that will give you a completely different view and perspective on Antarctica. They hide things in time. We've shown this. They hide things in layers, but they also hide things in something called perspective. And that's the angle that you're looking at it. Now, I've shown this before in another video, but I thought it was a great example to show how you can look at something, not see it until you change your perspective. Now, it's this thing called the never-changing anomaly. Okay, now if you're looking at it straight above, you're like, nothing there, Mucky. There's nothing there. I've been by it a million times. There's nothing there. Watch this. If you zoom out, now of course I have this set up here at 2012 because that's when we seem to see all of the major changes. You zoom out, and up here in the upper right, I'll move over there real quick so you can see. The top circle allows you to change the angle at which you're looking at the planet. So we're going to pan up until we get to the horizon. See how we see the horizon there? Now, we're going to come at this as if we were in a plane coming in making a landing. Now look at it. See the difference? Sticks out like a sore thumb. And clearly, it's a rise. You can see the topographical. Now here's the part about this that makes it completely unnatural, and there is no way this is nature. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, just the camera, so that you can see things around it will change. It will not change at all. And I'm going to go back through time here. We're at 2012, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. See how it never changes? No matter how far back you go, ice comes, ice goes. We're all the way back to 95 now. It never changes. Even mountains change. Don't tell me this thing underwater in Antarctica, with all of the ice coming and going, wouldn't change shape if it was something out of nature. Just fast forwarding back up to 2012. 11, 2012. And like I said, you can see all the different ice shapes. There's 2014, 2015, 2016, clearly a little bit more water. So that's how you can find things when you look at it from a different perspective, a different angle. And you can do this now. I can also kind of zoom around here and change it so that we're going to be looking as if we're flying directly up the coast. And I have these two things labeled here as example square 1 and 2. Now, looking out from directly above, you don't really see anything out of the ordinary, do you? You just see shapes and ridges and ice. Well, we'll take this example square 1 here. I didn't label it 1, but I should have. And we'll change our perspective so that as if we were like in a plane and flying up the coast. And we'll zoom down a little bit. And now this lower circle here allows you to just click on it and you can fly forward. And then as you're coming in and you start to look at things that are the hand of man, depending on the level you're at, will stick out like a sore thumb. And I know you can't see it real well, but believe me, it does. Totally different than everything around it. I should have put the pin closer, but... And as you can see, at this angle, it's totally different than all of the little indentations and places where ice is melted and refrozen. And we'll go up here to this other one, and as you would fly by, it's much harder to see on camera than it is when you're doing it with a 24-inch monitor screen, but it sticks out like a sore thumb. And of course, and here is the way that you know. Here's how you test. Change the year. See, 2013, it's gone. 2012, it's there. 2011 is gone. If it was a piece of scientific equipment, it would be out there doing its job, measuring things multi-year. They wouldn't just put it out there for 1 year. So clearly it was an underwater vehicle of some type. And there's been multiple examples of this. In fact, there's one area up here. It's a completely different part of Antarctica I wanted to show you. That shows that there's clearly something very, very odd going on. Let's see if I can find it. I had covered it briefly in another video and had not done the detail work on it like I should. It was the one, and I'm sure a lot of you remember, we talked about some giant pillars that were out in the ice. That never change as well. You can go back through 10 or 15 or 20 years. And they don't change. So we're going to change perspective on this too so you can see this. Now looking from above, you don't see anything but snow and ice with these things here. I have them labeled by year and object. You just think, oh, it's just a patch of snow and there's nothing out there. And watch this. We're going to do the same trick. We're going to change our perspective. So instead of looking straight down like a satellite, as if we were coming in with a plane. Now look what you see. What you see are clearly hand of something other than man made inlets and bays. Especially this one. It's very hard to see, but right here, you really have to get a super steep angle at this to see it. But it narrows even farther right here to what looks like a port in Antarctica. And I've checked, there's nothing here. There's a place near here called Siowa, but it's 100 miles away. And of course, we're at 2012, right? And I have these labeled by year. Watch this. I'm going to go back to 2010. And an object appears. And it goes away in 2009. And then in 2008, this object appears. So clearly there's activity here. Looking at it from directly above, you don't see it. You have to have a strange angled perspective to see this from a distance. But it's a port. It's an inlet. And in 2008, you can come here and look at this. I stopped labeling them. I had like 10 or 15 of them. You look out here in the water, and there are no less than 15 of these objects that are only here for that 1 year and gone. They are everywhere out here and all over the ice through 2008 and 2010. And I'll show you an example here. 2008, 2009, gone. 2008's back, 2007, gone. No way this is a piece of scientific equipment. They wouldn't just have it out there for 1 year. And like I said, it's I should probably adjust this so that it doesn't tilt when it zooms. But this is how you can see this stuff. It's time, it's perspective, and it's layers. And they can't hide everything. See, there's another one here that you wouldn't see unless you came in at a real steep angle. And clearly these are man-made. There's no way these are natural. In fact, there's even a larger one, if I remember right where it was. I'll find it for another video, but clearly, as you can see, if you scroll in and out too many times, the tilt goes away. And you look at it and you're like, oh, it's just ice. Just nothing out there until you change perspective. And you've got to get it. Basically, the rule is get the horizon just about an inch or two in your whoa, sorry about that. And then come in at an angle like this. And you'll see stuff that wasn't there before. So anyway, pushing 12 minutes. We'll leave it there. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. And we will see you next time. Thank you.